What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, back with another Warhammer battle for you guys today. And once again, it is the AI battle. So we pretty much let the AI pick our armies. And guys, this is a real interesting one. Pretty much a huge, ginormous force versus a tiny force. So guys, we are playing as the Skaven, which as you can see are these guys over here. And we've got quite an army. You can see it stretches all the way over there. So guys, our front line is consisted entirely of Skaven slaves. You can see they're all Skaven slaves. So they're going to be the brunt of our main line and pretty much just act as chaff. And you can see warp lightning cannons are popping off. Luckily, there is no friendly fire this time around. So guys, in our second line, we've got a group of clan rat spears. We have a warlock master leading this group. We then have another group of clan rat spears and some storm vermin. So our more elite infantry, I guess you could call it, if you want to call the Skaven's infantry elite. We then also have an assassin mixed in the mix here. He's going to be really good for taking on the enemy lord. Now in the back line, we've got a group of death globe bombardiers. We've got poisoned wind bombardiers, which are pretty much anti-infantry and anti-large groups. We then have some slingers as well. We've also got a warp lightning cannon, a rattling gun weapons team, and the clan Vulcan tail slashers, which is the regiment of renowned clan rats with fire weapons. Now guys, over here on the flank as well, we do have the Cjthecheesedj, which is the regiment of renowned warp lightning cannon, and that's already firing off on some skeleton horsemen over here. We then also have some Skaven slave spears, some clan rats with shields, and another group of rattling gun weapons team. So guys, this group over here was pretty much just set to intercept any sort of extra forces he had over this way, as well as to target any coming this way. So as for my opponent's forces, he does have a group of skeleton spearmen here, which are about to get zapped into high heaven. You can see, look at this, plow straight through him, look at that, taken out. So he's obviously Vanguard deployed those to try and deal with any artillery pieces we have. Over here though, as for his front line, he's got a bit of a mix. So he's got a group of skeleton warriors, two groups with the spears. He then also has a group of Nehekaru warriors, and behind those he's got some tomb guards with halberds, as well as a bunch of Ushtapis, 2 units of Ushtapis, as well as the chosen of the gods, the Ushtapi Great Bow Regiment of Renowned unit, and the standard Great Bow unit. He then also has a tomb prince on a chariot, I believe, on the chariot, and a Grand Hierophant Ketept. So that's actually his lord, and he is on his casket of Soul's mount. I've actually never seen him standing on that. That is a really funky mount. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting battle, but we pretty much send our warp lightning cannons onto the Ushtapis because they're going to be the biggest threat. So guys, without further ado, let's get the battle underway. And you can see the casket of souls is popping off on the Skaven slaves. We are firing over here with its Cjthecheesedj cannon, shredding through these skeleton horsemen. We do move our spearmen over here to intercept them if they do try to charge. But guys, let's get over here. So we send our assassin as well. He starts moving over here, I believe. We are starting to send him into the forests, as well as our rattling gun weapons team. We do call down a warp lightning strike, plowing through these Ushtapis. And you can see that our death globe bombardiers and our poison globe bombardiers are attacking now. And the main fight is underway, with the skeleton spearmen engaging with the rats, and you can see that these guys are just throwing all their globes into the mix as fast as they possibly can. Skaven slaves aren't doing very good, but it is just chaff versus chaff. Poor skeleton spearmen's just going flying everywhere. These guys are dealing some decent damage everywhere, but a vortex of skulls comes down, plowing through our second line of infantry and then moving forward, thankfully, but it pretty much cleans up the rest of these Skaven slaves and then moves back into our clan rats, and that actually shuts them down massively. You can see that we had about 120 units and that got shut down to 60. We have moved Skaven slaves into the forest, and we do have our rattling gun weapons teams engaging the tomb guard with halberds. They're going to reach them very fast though. This was a very bad spot for us because they are shielded as well, negating majority of the damage. But you can see here, a lot of our Skaven slaves have already routed off. Not too much of a problem though. Our poison wind bombardiers are attacking the tomb prince, and you can see the warlock master is engaged in the front line. But a little bit of a sneaky we've done here. We've actually moved our assassin up, and we've given him stalk, and he's actually going to be engaging the Grand Hierophant. I don't even know how to say his name, guys. I apologize. And straight in here, we pop him off. We're like, let's get him. Let's go. Pop Death Frenzy, immune to Psych, 26 melee attack, 25 weapon damage. And we pop Assassin's Trophy on the Ketept, just trying to plow through his health. And you can see we are dealing a decent amount of damage. And it's at this stage we decide to, alright, let's get the Warlock Master, try and clear up some of this infantry, and we do pop a Brass Orb, I believe, to try and help that case there. But a lot of our units are in trouble, and you can see he actually does manage to get a Tomb Scorpion onto the Warp Lightning Cannons. So we drop the artillery pieces, we engage with Clan Vulcan, Tail Slashers, and they're going to engage in the Scorpion. But guys, we still have this huge force over here. Cjthecheesedj is moving up as well. We are moving them to target these Ushtapis, and they aren't actually firing on our assassin. Actually, they are firing on the assassin. But you can see the Cjthecheesedj is on about half health. So our assassin has done a decent amount of damage. We do move our Warlock Master up here, and you can see the rattling gun weapons in the back have ratted off. And he's just going to be dealing as best as he can with these Ushtapis, especially the Chosen of the Gods. We just wanted to engage these guys in melee combat so they couldn't fire anymore. And you can see that our assassin, he's just chilling there. He's got in a bit of a pickle, but Cjthecheesedj is now firing in on these guys as well. And you can see that the Storm Vermin are also engaging on the Tomb Prince. And the Ushtapi summon does come down as well from my opponent, but the Storm Vermin should be able to deal with the Tomb Prince. And Cjthecheesedj is still firing in on these guys. And you can see the Ushtapi are taking a serious amount of damage. We also have the Death Globe Bombardiers popping off. We just wanted to bring some extra support. I know they've got the anti-infantry, but you know, they can help where they can. And the Ushtapi are taking a lot of damage. Rattling gun weapons teams though, look at that fire coming in. Plowing through the Ushtapi, plowing through the Tomb Prince, everything. It's going crazy. Tomb Scorpion is engaged with the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers, dealing some damage. Rattling gun weapons teams are back here though, but there are some Ushtapi coming up on this, so they're going to be pretty much gone. And you can see that right now, things aren't looking too good for Cjthecheesedj. He's about to go down. Assassin's Trophy goes down, but he does pop near his Incantation of Protection, which gives him 46 melee resistance. But you can see our Assassin is having none of it. Our Warlock Master's still over there trying to deal with those Chosen of the Gods. And look at this. This is the battle of the ages. Poor little Skaven Assassin trying to take on the Cjtheesedj. He's just getting knocked around though, but I guarantee you we're going to be winning this fight. You can see here that the Death Globe Bombardiers and the Rattling Gun Weapons teams are trying to shut down the Tomb Prince. Cjtheesedj, mate, he goes down just like that. His Tomb of Skulls pops off and just blows up. And all that's left is this tiny little casket. Our Assassin's still alive, still on about half health. He's doing very good for himself. Warlock Master is rampaged with the Curse of Djaf. The Tomb Prince comes over here and actually engages him in melee combat to try and rampage him and finish him off. But you can see the Chosen of the Gods get taken out and he's in trouble. Our Assassin is coming over to help out our Warlock Master because, well, the Tomb Prince is going to go down. He's popped Tomb Strike ready to take on the Warlock Master. You can see the rest of my enemy's forces are pretty much engaged in losing. And you can see the Tomb Prince is crumbling and going down. He's still got a group of Nehekara warriors and Ushtapi over here, but his Tomb Guard are going down. And you can see majority of our forces are still alive. The main thing right now keeping him alive are the Ushtapis, the Nehekaras, and the Tomb Scorpion. But they've all got critical bindings. Their Lord is dead. They are going to start crumbling very soon, and with our forces, they're in trouble. Our Warp Lightning Cannon actually comes back online. We do bring our artillery team back into the fray, and the Tomb Scorpion is like, I don't know where to go. What do I do? Everything's gone. My Cjtheesedj is gone. And he is about to go down. You can see they are crumbling, I believe. He's critical binding. He's not crumbling yet, but he's about to be. Nehekara warriors are critical binding as well. These guys are crumbling. Not very good news for my opponent. The Rattling Gun Weapons team are moving up as well to deal with the rest of these Nehekara warriors. And right now we're just cleaning up the battlefield. There are some Ushtapi over here engaging the Assassin and my Warlock Master. I think we do bring some Skaven slaves over to try and intercept. But Rattling Gun Weapons teams are firing in on those guys as well. Or maybe it's just crossfire. But yeah, guys, it's pretty much a GG for my opponent. He doesn't really have much power to stop this. We've got two artillery pieces still firing off. We've got the Rattling Gun Weapons teams. His Lord's dead. And just like that, the rest of his army crumbles. And just like that, we are the winners once again. So guys, in terms of our build, I mean, we couldn't really change anything around because, once again, it was the AI picking it. But we did clean up with the Death Globe Bombardiers and the Poison Wind Globadiers. They did really good. Artillery pieces were really really advantageous for us because they kind of shut down the Ushtapis and stuff like that. But the Assassin, hands down, was the MVP. Taking on Cjtheesedj, and the Tomb Prince, shutting them both down. Never underestimate the power of the slinky sneaky rats, guys. Never. Chosen of the Gods for my opponent did really well. So did his Ustapi, but they were mainly facing Skaven slaves. So whether or not they cleaned up or paid for themselves is yet to be seen. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. You can see here we deployed 1,721. That's almost triple the amount of my opponent. But yeah, guys, this is going to wrap up the video for today. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one. I got this